Man, someone tell me why I look like a unit in this shirt. Holy jacked. Now, Salsa's family, and welcome back to another Madden 24 video. In this one, no, we're not talking about how to become 6'3" and absolutely jacked. We're going to be talking about the best way to build out your Madden 24 team. Because honestly, there feels like a lot of intricacies when it comes to team building this year. There's a lot of variety when it comes to free players. There's a lot of new free content coming soon, as well as some very important stats at some positions. So let's talk about all of it. Now, the first and definitely most important tip I'm going to give you when it comes to building your team is know your free players and know how those free players are going to change or what new free players are coming in the future. Let me give you a couple examples that are applicable to, I would say, 99% of teams. Now, the first aspect of that comment is what free players are coming later. If you guys didn't know, rookie premieres aren't in the game right now. They're coming in the game very soon, though. They'll be dropping in Madden 24 early next week. I believe Monday or Tuesday is what EA Sports said. I know a lot of people have been asking me, Swift, when are rookie premieres coming? Monday or Tuesday is the targeted dates. And the reason why this is important is because if you know you're getting an 84 overall right tackle, which I know I'm going to be getting, there's no reason why I would buy like an 84 or an 83 overall right tackle right now when I know I've got that other player coming in. Obviously, if you have like millions and millions of coins and you're spending a ton on this game, then sure, you can do that. But if you're in like the other 90% of people that watch my videos, maybe you're no money spent, maybe you just don't have an absolute ton of coins, whatever positions you have rookie premieres for, honestly, it's tough for me to say you should buy someone like an 83 or an 84 or higher at that position. Now, of course, if you want to pick up like a budget B 77 overall to just get by and be able to play online for the next few days, that's worth doing. But I just don't think it's worth going through and buying like 84s, 83s, or anything higher than that at a position where you've got a good rookie premiere coming. So for me, I know I've got Zay Flowers. For me, I know I've got Bijan Robinson. For me, I know I have a right tackle. For me, I know I have a tight end. I also know I've got a pass rusher. I've got some cornerbacks coming in. So for me personally, you won't see me spending coins on those positions. Now, of course, any of the other spots on my team where I don't have one of those free players coming in, that's where I can make an upgrade. If I want to go through and pick up another safety who I can put in as a box safety, that's definitely something to consider. But wherever I've got a free rookie premiere coming in and wherever you have one coming in, don't make a big upgrade that position. Don't spend a lot of coins there because you're about to get a free player there. Now, the other thing I want to mention is know where your free players are getting upgraded. So right here, for example, I know Elijah Vera Tucker is going to become an 85 overall in the not so distant future. Like realistically, maybe it takes me a week, maybe it takes me like 10 days, but eventually this card will get upgraded to an 85. So it's just not worth it for me to go through and buy a different right guard. Or even for center, for example, Kevin Mawai right here, I'm going to get upgraded. He's going to get boosted to a decent overall. It's just not worth buying players at those positions. And to be honest, boys, there are so many of those positions on your team, like Jalen Ramsey, Rondé Barber, Eric Berry, Kevin Mawai, Elijah Vera Tucker. There are so many positions where you have free cards and those free cards are getting boosted soon. So honestly, I would save your coins in those spots. I would probably hold off on those spots because you know those free players are getting better soon and they're incrementally going to be inching up until they become really good cards. So spend your coins on other positions. Okay, also really quickly, can we get 1,000 likes on this video? That'd be absolutely awesome. If you're watching this and you're at this exact point of the video, can you just scroll down for me? I think you just got to click minimize in the bottom right corner if you're watching on your mobile phone, and then scroll down, drop a like, and let's keep going with the video. I'd appreciate it though. All right, tip number 2, boys, is to kind of figure out in your head, okay, what positions and what stats do I think are most important in this game? I'll kind of give you a general synopsis as to what I'm feeling right now, and you can kind of think, okay, I agree with that or I don't, and you can make upgrades based on that information. Because for me personally, as an example, I feel like offensive line plays really, really good this year. Like if I pick up like a budget beast left tackle, which I'm going to do soon, I'm going to revamp this lineup very soon, but if I pick up like a 78 overall left tackle, a 79 overall left tackle, I feel good about that. But a position where I feel like an upgrade is necessary is the safety spot. I feel like it's super noticeable if you're lurking with a player who's low speed and low agility versus high speed and high agility. Like Eric Berry feels so much better than literally anyone else on my team. To buy Madden 24 coins for the cheapest price on the internet, check out MMOEXP by clicking the link in the description and use promo code SWIFT at checkout for 5% off. Now granted, I don't really have very many other options for the safety spot. It's very slim pickings on this team, but like I was saying, I have just kind of noticed that I feel like a safety with high speed, high agility feels very important right now. Like honestly, the most important thing on my defense. So for me, I'm going to be investing my coins into a player that kind of meets that criteria and allows me to suit that need that I think is important. Now, of course, it's fully up to you guys as to what you're finding important. If you're finding running the football is important, get a good running back. If you're finding it's difficult to lurk, get a good safety. If you're finding it's difficult to get pass rush, increase your pass rushers. I'm actually in that position as well. That's probably the next thing I'm going to upgrade right now. I'm feeling like my pass rush does not do very well. Sometimes Trayvon Walker will have like a really good rush, but I feel like I got to get better pass rushers out there. So yeah, do a little bit of thinking. Think to yourself, okay, what positions and what stats do I want to maximize? And then spend your coins on players that are at that position and have that certain stats. Now, moving on, the other thing I want to say is I would not really recommend you go super crazy on the highest end players in this game. I'd recommend you kind of take it down 1 or 2 tiers. Like, unless you have an absolute boatload of coins and can spend a ton of money on this game, I don't think it's worth going through and picking up like 87 overall cards. I think there's really good value in some of the 84s, in some of the 85s. Like the Team Builder 84s, you can argue, have just as good of stats as some of the other players you'll see in this game. And typically the way the market goes as well, if you buy like an 87 overall card, when it's the best card in the game, it's going to be expensive, but as soon as it's not the best card in the game, it will go down in price really quickly, and it'll kind of become more of like an average priced card in the market. So if you're buying an 87, that's the risk you kind of run, whereas if you go for like an 84, if you go for like an 85, you can get really good value. Like these 84 overall cards right here, JC Horn, only 40,000 coins, has some really good stats. You guys will notice that's going to be the same thing for a lot of these players in here. Some of the 85 overall team builders are really nice as well. Now granted, the 85 team builders, they're fairly pricey, but what I'd recommend you do is kind of look for value in this lower tiered market, because you will find good cards and you can kind of just fill in the pieces on your team with players that have good stats and are at a position of importance to you. So if I was looking for like another safety, I'd probably poke through the 84 to 85 market and see what I could find here. Also, one other side note tip really quickly right here, I would also suggest that before you pick up a player, it's always worth it to try and see what's the cheapest way you can obtain the card. So if I'm building my team and I'm thinking to myself, okay, Cameron Curl looks like a super good player in this game, which he most certainly is, what I would always recommend you do is compare the price of the set with the price of the player on the auction block. And the reason why you want to do that is because Cameron Curl, literally just using this as an example, because I know he's a situation where you are actually going to want to go ahead and do the set for the player. Cameron Curl right here, as you guys will see, is selling for about 200,000 coins. If we take a look at this player's price, the 87 overall, of course, he's selling for, yeah, about actually 185k. And then comparing that to the price of the set, if I were to go through here, I can actually complete this Cameron Curl set and do so for about like 160 to 170k. So by just taking that extra couple of minutes, figuring out the cheapest way to get the player, I would save myself a nice amount of coins. And that's always something you want to do when you're upgrading and when you're picking up new players for your team. A lot of the time, I would say like 80% of the time, the players will be available through the set. And I would say most of the time when that's the case, the set is usually going to be cheaper, boys. Now, those are the main tips and tricks I got for you guys in today's video. In terms of what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through and fill out my entire roster with budget piece, other than positions that I know I'm going to get a rookie premier at, or I've got a card that's getting upgraded. So we'll upgrade the O-line a little bit, left tackle, left guard, and then we'll probably make some changes to the defense as well by just picking up some more budget cards. I feel like I really need to fill in my roster with budget cards, definitely some more budget safeties. These guys are not cutting it. We'll be doing that on my live stream later today. So if you want to pop in for that, that's going to be a little bit later on. I got one more video today, then the live stream will be live. It's on YouTube, boys. So just be sure you're subbed to the channel, turn on those notifications. If you made it to the end of the video, you'll be notified right when I go live. And if you guys want to check out a nice coin making method in this game that can make you 100,000 coins fairly simply, click this video right here. I think you'll enjoy it, and I'm out. Peace.